don't even know where to begin with this. This is just so stupid. This is annoying. Like, okay, so Mortal Kombat 1 is on the way. I love Mortal Kombat. Probably my favorite fighting game, unfortunately. Whatever. This game's coming out very soon. Like, by the time I even put this video together, it's probably going to be stupid to even make it. But it seems like this discourse is not going away amongst people. I just want to talk on the Tanya design. Everything that we're about to be talking right now is really just opinions, so it doesn't really matter. Don't get too invested in this. In the Mortal Kombat community, I just don't feel like this is something that we should be having happen. It's like we just want to chop people in half, man. I think the TLDR ultimately what it's going to be is none of this is our decision to make about these characters and how they look. They were one of the first companies, as far as I can remember, that really started heading the change in terms of making female characters look more quote-unquote realistic, and I don't think that there's anything necessarily wrong with that. I definitely understand why some people are upset that they're not getting, you know, their big women or whatever the fucking video games. That makes sense, but it's like at the same time, I just feel like we should be picking and choosing our battles with this. Enough of me talking. Let's look. I just want to look at the trailer. I want to look at a video that I want to respond to, and then I want to take a look at Tanya's designs over her appearances, and let's just figure out why the fuck everybody's fucking angry. Her face, I will admit that her face is jarring. It's very jarring. It has very strong features about it. It's a very the head is very, I don't want to say alien-like, but the head, her head is very elongated, very deep cheekbones, and the jawline does seem to be, it's just really sharper, and it seems like it's a bit more, the jawline is more square, I guess. Like, it doesn't have a nice soft roundness to it that comes up around. It's more down and then out. So I can agree with that. That's fair. But I don't think that necessarily makes her ugly. By the way, mark my words, motherfucker. I'm gonna main Tanya strictly because of all this bullshit. I'm gonna play her and watch her on screen at all times. God damn it.
Are you unwell, princess?
And there you go. You got your titties right there, man. There's your titties. There's some titties, right? You want that hypersexualization, which is, you know, it's fine if that's not there. I think it's fine for these characters to just be pretty in their own way. What? Like, they're just regular looking people. That's fine. Like, what's wrong with that? What about her face right there? Seeing this like in movement and like, this is not. Like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? Like, look at this character on screen. Moving. Like, that looks fucking badass. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I think seeing a still of it and seeing it actually in motion are two different things. All things considered, I think in the context of this game, put up against all the other characters and everything, I think Tanya looks fucking fine. I don't know why everybody's tripping. The character design is actually perfectly fine. Fate, fight all thy enemies. Check out his stuff on YouTube. He's a pretty funny guy. He's been making a few videos. His argument is that Tanya is ugly. Let's hear what he has to say. I also want to make clear, at the end of the day, like I said, I think this guy is great. I think he makes great videos. You should go check out his channel. This is all just bullshit. Neither one of us is doing any fucking research, probably. We're probably both gonna buy the game. None of this shit, whatever the fuck we're about to say right now, is not really gonna matter. But with that being said, I am going to talk my shit.
Say that this looks absolutely nothing like this.
Okay, so I guess my issue with say that we're defending the design. I guess it's just like, what are your reasons that the design is not good? I don't understand. With the aesthetic that they're going for, all the characters kind of seem to have more of a historic identity, and you see that's another thing that about this video. He's focusing on the face in particular. You know, there can be such thing as a face that looks like odd. I understand that. I'm not saying that her face doesn't look jarring, but even that's like, it just looks fine. It just looks fine. It's just not, you're not like hubba. Like, why does that have to be the default? I don't understand that. Why does that have to be the default? No, I'm gonna give it to you when she's like, how could you do so many lies? She does look like she's like 40. She looks like, her face looks fucking 40, dude. Straight up. Like, I'm not gonna lie on that one. But like, even her just like moving, like they all look like they're like, what, like late 20s, mid 30s. Like she looks like she's like, I mean, she doesn't look like terribly old. Like when you actually see her like in motion. Like I said, there's like a historic identity to, I guess, Outworld or something. I guess my issue with this argument of Western games desexifying women or whatever, I mean, I'll go ahead and say, yeah, sure. There's something up somebody's ass. Feminism. I don't believe that NetherRealm Studios has any ulterior motive beyond, I mean, like I said before, WB is their parent company, so which is Time Warner. They probably are money hungry and are just, they do probably have some sort of agenda as far as trying to look good. But even then, I feel like, as far as from what we are shown between Tyler Lansdowne, Stephanie, and I don't remember the other one, and Ed Boon, them kind of being the faces of NetherRealm, they've kind of shown that this is what they stand for in terms of their values and their philosophies when it comes to things like character design. They want to implement this inclusivity, if you will, this diversity. They want their women to not be hypersexualized. That, like, I feel like this is a thing of, sure, that's what you want, but you gotta, these are the developers. This is their game. This is their message that they're putting out into the world. I feel as though it's not an issue if some games don't have all the women fucking hypersexualized. Just like you want to have your voice to say, rah, 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 bring back the titties. They can have their voice to say, we just want to make a fun game. Maybe one day this will age poorly and they'll come out and be a bunch of pedophiles.
Now, I get the comments, oh, not all women look like that. Dude, let me say it real slow. This is a video game. It is a fantasy video game.
So now we get to the point of, this is a fantasy game, so everybody should be fucking hot because it's fantasy, so we can make everybody fucking hot. Sure. But I don't even know what the fuck do you even declare as hot? What is hot to you? You're just saying that this woman's pretty because she is a fucking picture of her trying to look pretty, and she's also a goddamn model. She's a model. Models are pretty. That's the point. Tanya is not a fucking model. What the fuck? Dude, this game's really fun, but why the fuck does she fucking look like that? Looks like she got beat with an ugly stick. Like, I just don't get it. I just like what is the goal? What is the goal here? You're worried about the Western developers putting, like, I mean, it's unfortunately, I think that comes down to times change. If you want your hot girls in video games, I'm sorry, but I guess Mortal Kombat 1 is not gonna be it. NetherRealm Studios, I feel like, is an extremely talented company, and they're extremely capable. I feel like this is also an expression of that company. You have to understand that there's all sorts of people at that company.
Nobody wants to pay to play a video game to remind you how much of a victim you are.
To each their own, dude. I mean, clearly the game's making plenty of fucking money. So that argument's just dead for real. I'm gonna tell you that. If you think that making the women hot in Mortal Kombat would make Mortal Kombat better, I mean, I've loved Mortal Kombat since my first Mortal Kombat that I actually owned and played, I guess, was Deadly Alliance. But before that, I did have my hands on Mortal Kombat 4 at some point in my life. I haven't been around since arcade days, but I like me some Mortal Kombat, and I know that there is an element of hot women in Mortal Kombat and just in video games in general, because that was just kind of what was deemed that's just what was deemed fun back then. Like the idea of fun has been changed now. It's just indicative of the times, man. It's just a change, and I don't think it's that bad of a change. Who cares? You don't want this to go away. You don't want hot women in video games to go away. Listen to that, man. Just what is that? I just don't get that. I just can't fucking do it. I can't fucking get it, dude. It's just such a stupid fucking argument. What? Yeah. No, you gotta look, man. See what happened, guys? Why don't we make her hot? And then even then, like, NetherRealm Studios characters, especially the women, have never even like looked hot that much the entire time. They've always had a hard time making their faces look good. I mean, I think they really nailed it with like Mortal Kombat 11 for the most part, but even those faces are kind of like jarring to look at. All the faces are jarring. So I don't think this is a Tanya thing. I think this is a close-up on a character thing. Like even Melina doesn't really doesn't look ugly. She just looks like a normal fucking human being.
As a model, I would be asking the question, what the hell happened? We've got...
But maybe also as a model, you don't want it to look exactly like you. Like I don't know. Like I don't think that that's an argument to be really had here to settle the idea that we should make sure that hot video game characters exist. I always just see the face models more as a reference for how to make a face look. Hey, look at that. Like Tanya doesn't look bad. It looks like a fine design. That's a pretty damn good picture right there. Like what the hell? Like she's got the little tassels or whatever. And we do have to talk about, I know that you said at some point you said she just looks like fucking Wakanda.
I think that what NetherRealm have done is that they have basically tried to copy what Marvel did with Wakanda.
Which is like, you motherfucker. That was funny as hell. That bitch. Okay, damn, nah. Pretty spot on. I don't think it's far-fetched to say that they may have taken some sort of inspiration from the likes of Black Panther. That's definitely a valid argument. And I guess let's think about going back to your argument about, you know, they may need to make this game hot characters so that people will buy it. What about... A lot of people have seen Black Panther, so a lot of people are going to be like, oh, she looks like a Black Panther. And then they're going to play her. Every
single dude in Mortal Kombat 1 is a Chad. They even made Reptile. This dude's a lizard. Right?
Yeah, why the fuck... The women get a fucking hot Reptile. We can't get a goddamn... we can't get a Loba thick Tanya, goddammit. That was an argument that I heard. If they're trying to make her like more African, you know, African women tend to have like more curves and such, and like why isn't she just like curvier? That's fair. That's a fair argument. I feel like that's make her curvier, sure. But all the women are kind of, you know, black, boxy. I don't know, man. See, I guess it's to go back to this Wakanda thing. Look at these women. Like, sure, fucking... she's pretty fucking hot. I forget what her name is. What's her name? But look at these women. Like these are hard faces. Like, this woman has a hard face. Like, I mean, I still think she's pretty, but she has, like, a hard face. And what's her face? Her face isn't... She has a softer face. It's definitely a lot more rounder, but even her face is like kind of got like thick features, I guess, to it. And it's like, it's not so much like What the fuck am I trying to say? I'm trying to say fucking black people. That's what the fuck I'm trying to say. Look at this fucking head. Like, come on. Like these are, this is what they were trying to design it after. Clearly, if that's what you would say, then like what the fuck? Like, what are you gonna go up to them and be like, I mean, like this is like cool and all, but why aren't any of these characters hot?
Your game is to make them ugly, is to make them a lesbian, and to make them like angry and all that sort of, like, they are literally the very people that think that everyone else is racist.
What do you think are black women that are hot? Let me know black women that are hot in the comments, please. I want to know hot black women in the comments so we can get an idea of what people think are hot black women. Like, I'm not like, whoa, she's hot, like, because that's just a different thing. When I guess what you're looking for, that femininity, but that's not what this character is. That's not what this character is. Like what do you want? More skin to be shown? I just don't think that saying that she looks ugly is like a really, like, it's not an articulate like critique. It doesn't really say anything. This kind of rhetoric that we're having around it just doesn't, it's not supporting any type of like argument. Your argument just becomes null and void as soon as you're just saying she got beat with an ugly stick. She got beat with an ugly stick.
In MK11, every other chick in that game literally was a branch on the ugly tree. It was horrific. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
What bothers me more than anything is that, you know, there's black people out there who are actually like going to accept anything just as long as the company ticks the box, which is actually insulting to you. They don't.
Okay, so if that right there, don't fucking please stop there. I'm gonna stop you right there. Please don't come and tell black people how to feel about being black. That's wild to me. I gotta tell you that. Yeah, that's wild to me.
Actually care about you. They care about ticking a box.
Who is this guy?
And they make more money because they get given grants because they do this. This isn't about representation, bro.
Who cares? Who cares? I'm not pocketing that money. Why the fuck would I care that they're just doing it? Like no, I'm just happy that sure, there's a fucking black person in there. Hell yeah, I want black people in there. Yes. What the fuck?
No, you can't talk about this woman like that. Which woman? The fictional one? Why not? She's fictional. She has no feelings.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't care. You can say that the thing is damn ugly. That's perfectly fine. I don't take you saying that she's ugly as some sort of like personal attack on the actress or anything. I don't give a shit about that.
The whole Umgadi thing, they want to make all these warrior women really like rough looking and stuff, which is so weird. You think if the background stages or the special moves or the menus were all pixelated and disjointed and
yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're going on about this.
Flickering and stuff.
The stages look good, so we gotta make the women look good. That's a stupid argument, dude. I'm sorry that you just sound stupid on that. I'm not gonna fucking. I will concede to you that sure, they are making women uglier in video games and Western media. Sure. And I guess what I'm saying is, for, you know, with a more modern culture and whatnot nowadays, like hypersexualization of women is not really a necessary value to have.
Why can't everyone be attractive in a NetherRealm fighting game?
I think the reason for that is because they aren't really interested in doing that, and I quite honestly, I don't even know if they're really capable of doing it. I don't know, man. They're weird. Their faces have looked funny since Mortal Kombat 9, straight up. Man. I guess I overall, like I said, I think this is a fucking grift. Like, I just want to play the fucking game. I just want Mortal Kombat 1 to come out. I'm going to main Tanya because of all this. So yeah, let's get on this telling black people how to feel about being black thing. So that gets into my point here. I think this is a great design for Tanya overall. Why do I think that? We need to look at Tanya's designs over all of her appearances in Mortal Kombat. They've been fucking awful. They've all been fucking awful. I mean, except for her original design. When you look at this looks like a black woman. Tanya was introduced as the obligatory colored female. They had their obligatory colored man with Jax. Like, that's like, let's be honest, that's what this is. You have to understand that. There was like a time when all types of media kind of had their obligatory black people in it. That's what the fuck Tanya's introduction into Mortal Kombat 4 really represents here. That's my perspective as a black male. You know, Tanya was an opportunity for people like my sister to get in on the game. Like, I know we want to throw around this idea of you don't have to have a character to look like you in order for you to want to play the game. But if it's something as simple as having a black woman in the game to introduce young black girl to Tanya, that happens. And that is a thing to acknowledge as a positive thing, honestly, I would believe. And then, like, my fucking sister wouldn't even fucking care about Mortal Kombat if it wasn't for things like Tanya in the game. With that being said, we get to this. What is this? Does this look like a black woman to you? And that's my number one why I don't like this design. Why I never liked this design when I first saw it. I thought this was awful. They didn't know how to make her look like a black woman. Let's be real. Like, I don't know how the fuck they made her look black here, but she looks fucking black here. Should have given her like black people hair because they weren't committed to, well, she's a Denian. She's a Denian. Fuck that. She's a black woman in Mortal Kombat. And then we get this shit. This is the same deal. This is the same issue. Like, what, like they had no, she lost all of whatever identity she had with this design, in my opinion. And that is ultimately what makes me happy with this design. It definitely is more indicative of a black woman in Mortal Kombat. And yeah, I like that box being ticked off. Yes, I'll say that 100%. Like, these aren't black women in Mortal Kombat. This and this are black women in Mortal Kombat.